Hey guys, and welcome to Unit 4. Unit 4, we are going to be focusing on equations. So we're going to jump in and kind of get you started with some basics here. So we're going to be starting with substitution, and you're going to be checking the answers. Okay, so don't worry, we'll work this all through together. So let's just start out with some terms. And I do apologize, the way that it copied, it has lots of really dark marks just right over it. It's just meaning for a blank. So an equation. An equation is a mathematical statement, so it's a math statement, that two quantities are equal. So that means two things are equal to each other. You can think of a correct equation as a balanced scale, okay? So you can see that 4 times 2, so guys, 4 times 2 is 8. Does that equal 6? No, so these are not equal. So guys, if you want to say something's not equal, you put the equal sign and a big old line through it, and that means not. So 8 is not equal to 6, and I think we can all agree with that statement. So we want it to be a balanced scale. So we want something that's going to be equal to one another. So 3 plus 2, guys, we know that equals 5, right? And would this scale be equal? 5 is equal to 5, right? 5 equals 5. We know that those two mean the same thing. So equations may contain variables, okay? No big deal. We've been working with those. If a value for a variable makes an equation true, the value is a solution of the equation. So you can test a value to see if it is a solution of an equation by substituting the value for the variable. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's see what we've done here. So we said that S equals 12. Okay, so here's our initial statement. Here's our initial equation. So if we said S equals 12, that means we would put 12 in for S, right? That means that 12 means the same thing as S. So I'd put a 12 for my S. So I have 12 plus 15, we have equals 27. So we need to see if that's a true statement. So I have 12 plus 15, that would give me 7 and 2. So this is 27. 27 equals 27. Is that statement true? Yes, this statement is true. S equals 12 is a solution, meaning it works, okay? 12 works, because 12 plus 15 does in fact equal 27. Now, let's go ahead and let's go next door and let's see how that one will work. So let's say, instead of putting 12 in, instead my problem asked me to put 10 in. It says S equals 10. So instead of putting S, I would put 10. So I put 10 plus 15. And guys, we know that's going to give us 25. Does 25 equal 27? No, that means it is not equal. So 10 is not a solution because 10 plus 15 does not equal 27. All right, so we're going to do a couple practice problems together and then we'll let you work on your own. All right, so for number 1, is x equal to 3? If x is equal to 3, a solution to the equation, would that be x plus 5 equals 10? So if x equals 3, so if we put a 3 in for x, would it equal 10? Okay, so instead of having an x, what could we put in there? We could put a 3. So we'd have 3 plus 5 equals 10. Now remember, guys, I got this 3 from this right here because that's what it tells me it equals. 3 plus 5 equals 10. All right, guys, what is 3 plus 5? 3 plus 5 equals 8. 8 equals 10. Is this a true statement? No. So, not a solution. This one is not a solution. Okay? All right, for number 2, is y equals 5 a solution to the equation 30 over y equals 6? Okay, so instead of writing a y, I would put a 5 here. So 30 over 5 equals 6. Okay, I'm just going to move sideways since it's taking up some space. 30 over 5. So what's another way? Instead of having a fraction, what else does a fraction bar mean? It means we can divide. So dividing by 30 divided by 5 equals 6 equals 6. Is this a true statement? Yes. So 5 is a solution, meaning 5 works. 5 makes a true statement. Okay, number 3. Is z equal to 12 in a solution to the equation 8z equals 95? Okay, so instead of writing z, what would I write in place of z? 12. And if it's right next door to a variable, it means I'm going to multiply. So 8 times 12 equals 95. 8 times 12 is 96 equals 95. Is that a true statement? 96 does not equal 95, so 12 is not a solution. Okay, 12 is not a solution. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to kind of talk about a couple of different keywords that we're going to need to know for this unit. So first would be an equation. An equation is a statement that two expressions are equal. So it means two expressions are equal. Okay, so that means there's an equal sign in it. Equation, equal. They sound very similar here. Okay, so if I were to find an answer to an equation, that would mean that I would have a solution. Guys, you can think of that as like a solution to a problem. That means the same thing. Okay, so what you do to one side of an equation, you have to do to the other. That would mean to balance. And remember, we just looked at that scale. And we're not quite going to work with this one just yet, but we will in just a couple of days. So opposite operations, that means they undo each other. So what's the opposite of addition? Subtraction. What's the opposite of subtraction? Addition. These would be called inverse operations. Okay, and you're definitely going to want to know what this one means. All right, so let's go ahead and let's work on this one, number 1. Identify the solution of the equation. Okay, so here's my equation. I have C plus 32 equals 89. Okay, so it wants me to take one of these numbers, plug it in, and see if it fits, see if it's true. Okay, so let's just go ahead. We're going to start with this first one, so 56. So 56, I'll plug in for C, plus 32 equals 89. 56 plus 32 equals 88. Okay, is 88 equivalent to 89? No, so this one does not work. Okay, that one is not equal. All right, so now let's try 57. 57 plus 32 equals 89. 57 plus 32 equals 89 equals 89. Okay, are these equal to each other? Yes, these are equal. So that means that we could have C could be equal to 57. Okay, so this 57 is what fulfills our C. That's what makes this statement true. So if 57 makes this statement true, would 59? No, because 59 plus 32, 59 plus 32 equals 91. 91 does not equal 89. Nope, that definitely does not work. So our answer is 57. 57 is the one that would work. 57 is the solution that would work. Number 2, we have E minus 76 equals 112, so we need to figure out which one of these will work. So instead of having E here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to plug in 188 because it's the first one. Minus 76 equals 112. 188 minus 76 equals 112. 112. Those are in fact equal, so E would equal 188. There we go. Okay, so this is going to be our true statement. This is our solution. Do we need to solve for any others? No, because we know 188 is the only thing that's going to make this statement true. Okay? All right, guys, so go ahead, take a second. I want you to go ahead and work on numbers 3 through 5 by yourself, so go ahead and pause your video so you can do that. All right, guys, welcome back. Hopefully you have gone through and you have solved numbers 3 through 5 by yourself. So you can see what the correct answers are here, but I want to go ahead and I want to talk through as to why these work and why these don't work. Okay, so for number 3, we have 81 equals 50 plus M. Okay, so for M, we wanted to make sure that this was the correct solution. 50 plus 31 is the only one that's going to equal 81. So 81 is equal to 81. That means M could definitely be 31. That's the correct solution. For number 4, 12 next door to G. Guys, what function is that? Multiply. So we're going to be multiplying 12 times one of these numbers to equal 48. 12 times 4 is what gives us 48, so G is our correct solution. And for number 5, we have 120 divided by V equals 10. So we want to know 120 divided by what is going to give us 10. So 120 divided by 12 is going to give us 10. if I did 120 divided by 12, that's 10 on this side, bring down my 10 on this side, my solution is 12. V equals 12. That's how I got my 10. Now for number 6, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit more of a challenge, but we're going to go ahead and give it a little whirl. So Ryan bought 72 sticks of gum. There are 8 sticks of gum in each package. Use, and it gives us an equation here, 8p equals, that's how I know it's an equation, 72, to find the number of packages Ryan bought. Okay, so we want to know, how would I do 8p equals 72? We want to know how many packages we bought. Okay, so we know that this means 8 times p equals 72. Okay, so 8 sticks times the package equals 72. Okay, we want to know, question, how would you find p? So a lot of you are going to say, ooh, we would divide 72 divided by 8. So guys, what you just did was actually the inverse operation. So we know that 8 times 9 equals 72, and we know that 72, if I were to multiply those two, would equal 72. So we know that he has bought 9 packages. He has bought 9 packages. So we just wanted to fill in the blank there. And this is just kind of a little preview of what we're going to be learning.